All right, folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug, and finally coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. I've been really bad this past week, past 2 weeks actually, I believe, in uploading it. That is going to change. I've just really been enjoying my time in Second Life. I have no excuse. I haven't been sick. Things haven't been bad. Everything's been good, actually. I'm pretty happy. I'm happy in my situation, talking to my mother, who finally managed to move and has her internet connection back. Talked to my father last night. Everything's going well for him. He managed to get a surprise birthday party off for his wife, which actually I found touching because my dad never went through that kind of trouble for anybody, and he did so for her this time, and it's nice to see him doing things like that now. Um, It's just I've been lazy about it because I've been enjoying Second Life. I've been wanting to go on. I have a very addictive personality. Once I sink my teeth into something that I love, I tend to get really, really into it, and that is what's going on with Second Life. Especially now that I have a parcel of land that I can build on and turn into a home of sorts. And I've already got plans, and I've already got things that are going on, and things I want to do, and it's turning out to be really, really nice. So there really is no excuse, but I'm going to try and change that. Now, where we are right now, I wanted to show you. Pull up the map. Let's back up a little bit. We are up here in England right now. We finished this area and crossed, and I got up to this distance. Why? There was an issue with my recording. I tried to record yesterday, and I'll tell you while we're driving, so that I'm not wasting time. There was an issue yesterday with my recording. I tried to record yesterday, which is Saturday, the 14th. Today's Sunday, the 15th. And what ended up happening is things just kept going wrong. Things from I had to reboot the game 3 times because first time my cursor kept just slowly going to the bottom of the screen. I have no idea why. So I had to reboot. And to make sure it wasn't my controller, I unplugged my controller. Oops, not this one. And, it wasn't my controller. So when I booted the game the second time, I forgot to boot up with the controller plugged in. And when you do that, the game doesn't recognize the controller if you plug it in after um, starting the game. So I had to shut the game down, plug the controller in, and boot back up again. Then, as if that wasn't enough, it read the controller wrong because I had booted up too soon, had the computer finish situating the controller, and I had to boot up one more time. Finally got everything booted up, started recording the video, and my Skype went off. That was my father. And so I took the Skype call, and when I took the Skype call, I realized that my dad's couldn't hear me. And he said, I don't got you. I can't hear you. So I checked, all my settings, everything. No, everything's fine. Oh, wait, check the microphone itself. My headset, the HyperCloud X, they have an analog plug-in, but they also come with a USB adapter. Yeah. And that adapter plugs in, to the back of the computer, USB port, and it allows you to plug your analog into the sound card that comes on the adapter and allows you to play 7.1 surround sound. It's got volume and microphone controls in there. So that's legitimately what happened. It wasn't plugged into the adapter all the way. So all the footage I had been recording didn't matter. There was no commentary. So I decided to chuck that, and then I would just reload the game because the game always saves after you rest. Once you rest at a place, the game saves. So, no problems for me, right? Wrong. Booted up today, went to load the game, and it loaded all the way back to the beginning of the pickup. It did not save after I slept. So I just went with the closest there was. We haven't been too far in it. If you look over on the right-hand side there at the fatigue meter up at the top, it's not too bad. It's going to be a bit of a short episode, but it's all right. You'll be getting at least, if I can help it. I am not. Yes, I am. I'm going a whole 5 miles per hour over, and I got nailed with a speeding ticket. You have got to be shitting. Loan installment. Not that I care. It's minor. Although I am tempted to take out another big loan installment and upgrade all my trucks, get a garage, things like that. But I'm not worried about it right now. So yeah, I lost some footage and I gave up recording yesterday because I got so frustrated. And I just couldn't keep going. So the biggest news as pertains right now from when I'm recording is the attack on Paris. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about the attack on Paris itself. Everything's in the news. It's extremely tragic. You know, when things get so bad that France closes its borders, just all kinds of things going on that are really bad. You know, it's really terrible. But what I want to talk about is a subject I've touched on before. I have. And I shouldn't be surprised at this, being on the internet as long as I have, and it's always been there like this. And that's people who continuously make jokes, especially about dire situations, you know? Now, the biggest area you'll see this is a, well, I guess maybe quite a bit of 4chan. But considering I don't go to 4chan, I'm talking strictly about Reddit. The biggest place you'll see this is a place called in Reddit called I'm Going to Hell for This. Now, I've gotten used to that subreddit when it pops up every so often on my feeds. You know, they make really bad, tasteless, and many times cruel jokes about people or situations and whatnot. You know, whatever. But when you're cracking a joke, when the situation's happening, when it's actually going on, I mean, I don't like it when people crack jokes about situations, or particularly people of all kinds, you know, and some of the biggest targets of I'm going to hell for this are like feminists, fat people, handicap, things like that. You know, that's bad enough, but when you're making light about a situation that's going on that's like devastatingly tragic, like what's happening in Paris, it's gonna make me wonder what kind of person you are that you could do that. And I gotta sniff. My nose is bugging the hell out of me right now. Apologize. But you know, it's like, what kind of person are you? How desperate are you for attention? How pathetic are you to want people to pay attention to you, that you'll crack a joke about a situation that is ongoing, where people are dying, where innocent people are getting shot, killed, blown up, and whatever else, where there's hostages going on. And given the nature of things, this joke wasn't particularly powerful compared to things that could have been said, I suppose, but it was still one of those moments where I shook my head. I did literally facepalm and think, is this the world we have to look forward to? I know that's like overstating it and being overdramatic. I do realize that. But that was my knee-jerk reaction when it happened. And of course it had to do with the French army. There's always been a running joke when it involves the French army that that they'll just surrender. That dating back as far as World War II, when the Germans invaded and the French surrendered. Well, that's then. This is now. But somebody said something to the effect of, I wonder how the French army's going to handle this, because, boy, I'm just all over the speeding offenses today, aren't I? Oh, sorry, dude. And, of course, the joke was made, oh, well, they'll probably just surrender. And it's kind of like, really, dude? That's funny? I don't find it funny. But then again, we're talking about a world where 10-year-olds, well, the number is usually 10, but young teens and older teens, and I've even heard older people go on games like Call of Duty and Battlefield and League of Legends and spout all kind of obscenities and yell and rage. Well, yell being typing in caps. They yell and rage, and I'm really losing my driving line here, worse than normal, I think. They yell, they rage, they go on and on and on, and they say things like, I hope you get cancer, I hope your parents die, fuck your mother, da 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 da. And you kind of sit there and go, it's a fucking game. Get over it. It's no skin off my ass if I win or lose. Especially in games like League of Legends when you're not playing a ranked match. I can see some frustration in a ranked match, but really? That kind of level of frustration in a casual game? Where things are bound to be cheesy? I've never understood why you beat somebody over the head if they don't do well in a game. Particularly a video game. And it is kind of sad that this tends to continue on. In real life. Not like things are going on, but there are a lot of people, a lot of younger kids out there in gym classes and just, regular sports and whatnot, they get berated really, really hard for doing poor, like if they're playing baseball or if they're playing basketball, soccer. It's a game. It's not the NFL. It's not the pros. It's not college. It's not even high school. Get over it. Nobody's being paid for that. It's ridiculous. It just makes me wonder what kind of world have we become that we do this. That people have such desperate need for attention that they I don't know how to explain They just have such desperate need for attention that they got to make jokes about dire situations and life and death situations and whatnot. You know what? You think it's so funny? Here, let me put you in a life and death situation, and then have people stand around and crack jokes. Yeah, let me put you in a life and death situation, and let people stand around and crack jokes at you and about you while it's going on. Let's see how good you feel at the end of it. Provided you live. It's so angering and so frustrating that people can do that. You know, that's not to say that I've never cracked a bad joke or a badly timed joke about a certain situation. But when I realized what I had done, I immediately felt bad for it. You know, I immediately felt bad for it, and I immediately would apologize for it. Because it's not what I'm about, it's never been what I'm about, and it never will be. You know, it's that simple. Tink. Alright, before we get going here, I need to grab a drink. My mouth has been fairly dry since I woke up, and that's not long ago. Crystal Light lemonade. Yummy. Actually, it is. It's pretty good. It's got that nice tart taste to it. I don't know. I'm just going to keep babbling on about it if I keep going, so change subjects. I got a couple more things I can talk about. First off, after I record this, my whole plan is to go outside, take care of the weed eating that's been need to be done for a little while now. I've been letting it go, but the majority of the yard itself is fine. It's just that one section in the back, and then there's like a couple patches that have grown a little long. But otherwise, the majority of the yard is still like really down because of lack of rain. But once I get this uploading, I'm going to go out there and try and take care of that. And then from there, I'm going to come back in and record, hopefully, 4 more videos. Hopefully. And just get myself ahead for the week, you know? The good news is my friend, who you may have remembered. Let's just take it down to 50. I hope I didn't bump the trailer there. Yeah, I saw the whole speed camera thing. I need to get off this wall. I don't like being in the outer lane very long because of the wall. I like being on the outer lane even less when it's on the far side. When the wall and the guardrail's on the far side of the truck. Too fast. But the good news is my friend Riddy, who had been having a lot of problems getting paid, finally got a large chunk of his money. And one of the main reasons he did is the company right now is a bit screwed. A lot of the guards that they had that were working contracted to them, you know, it's independent contractor thing, no longer working for them. So they're short. They're really short guards. and they're hoping that by paying, I guess at least we believe, me and Riddy believe, that by paying him, you know, he'll come back to work. The only reason he even did something for them, because they asked him to do something real quick for them, is because they still owe him. You know, they paid him 100, and this is in Britain, mind you. So they paid him £100. As like a token on Monday, which they're already over a week late at that point. Friday, last Friday, they finally pay him 1,000, but they still owe him near 300. Yeah. No, inside. I did not. Trailer caught him, didn't it? Oh. Shit. Oh, that's like the worst mistake I've made in my entire history of playing this game. Easily. Oh, that's... Oh. Sorry. That actually bothers me. It bothers me enough that if I wasn't doing this on recording, I'd have gone back and reloaded it. But suffer the consequences of indecision and poor driving. That's all I've got to say about it. Suffer the consequences. Really gonna put a damper on my mood for the rest of this run, just to be honest with you. Well, it's probably gonna put a damper on, well, considering I've got to go out and weed eat, I'll probably relax a little bit about it. But yeah, anyways, my friend finally got paid. I was really happy for him. He seems to be in a much better mood than normal. Makes me smile. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go quiet. I'm just really bothered. This is the most damage I've ever had on a trailer, by far. 20%. That wasn't caused by some kind of glitch in the game. Something where somebody just broadsided me at full speed. Which we've seen happen. Yo, get enough speed cameras? Seriously? I think I'm just gonna rest here. I know it's gonna make for a somewhat short video, but I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna get cracking on weed eating. Get this uploading, and I'll feel a little bit better when I come back in, and I'm able to do more recordings. Probably after I shower. All right. Let's just drop the trailer there because I doubt it'll let me into the resting spot because it's a large trailer. All right. That's enough. I'm also going to change a very small little bit if I can on the truck. Nothing major, just this front area here. I'm going to change these yellow lights all to white for now because we have a black truck. And so the white lights will actually look a little bit better on them. I'm going to see if there's any other orange lights that aren't directionals or something of that nature that I can also change to white. Like there is a visor that is all white along the top that I'm going to use as well. But that's, of course, after we make the delivery, which map-wise, we still have to make it to the ferry. And then we are here. Oh, great. I love when we have to go ferry, ferry. And then we have to make it all the way to here. Uh, so, I don't know. It's going to be a run. But anyways, folks, that's going to be me done for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've been enjoying bringing it to you. Until next time, this is going to be One Big Bug, and I'm going to be signing out. I'll see you then.